my channel. I am Rachel from Her Thrive, and I'm so excited that you're here. I am doing a project share of something that I created, and I think I'm going to tell you how I created it. I don't know if I'll make a full version of it, but first, let's do a flip through of this 4x4 mini album. Okay, so I made this mini album from this right here. Not just the actual paper in the paper pad, like I'm talking about this right here. I created a book from this actual book. Like this whole thing was created with this whole thing. Let me show you what I mean. Let's do a flip through first. Okay. Y'all, I've never done a project share like this before, so I'm a little nervous. Okay, so there's about like maybe, I think there's 10 or 11 sheets in here. And each one of these, first of all, these are all pockets. So they all have some tags in here. Every single one of these sheets is a pocket. And on these tags, you can journal on the back. You can put photos on there, or you can just leave them however you want. And in these sheets here, you can do the same. Journal on them, you can put photos, or you can just enjoy them the way that they are. This one is a little, like I guess like a folder, so you can put another, like you can put photos in here or tags. That's that tag, but you don't have to. I guess this one is not a, oh, okay, so this one does not have anything in it because I cut it. That's what I did. I cut this folder right here, so that's why this is it is a pocket, but that's the pocket. This is so cute. I made this with my silhouette. Took me forever because I couldn't figure out how to use it. I'm so dumb, but anyways. These cute little tags. This is this cute little album that you could either just put a bunch of photos in it or journaling, but I'm thinking about like the 3x4 or the 2x3 photos, especially if you have one of those little printers. This is perfect to put on there. 3x4s, maybe not. Well, I mean, they would. This is a 4x4 album, so I mean, they would fit. So that tag, and then we have this tag here that I made. So cute. And then here's this tag. And I use everything from Jen Hadfield, Chasing Adventures. So I had like stickers. I had these, this sheet. I think I had a couple of larger like the 12x12 of these. This is not double-sided, so the ones that are not double-sided I know came from the 6x8, and the ones that are double-sided like this one came from a 12x12. Just put some little string on there for the tag. You can put a photo, journaling. I've got some sticker here, and I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. I think I apologize every video for my dogs doing something funky, making some kind of noise. So yeah, I made this little album. I just had this idea because I've seen these accordion albums. People make these accordion albums all the time. Like I know, let's see if I can think of some names. Pink Strawberries and Paige Taylor Evans, they're always making these, and lots of people, okay, lots of people are making these really cool accordion albums, right? So you make what you do is you fold the paper like an accordion, okay, back and forth, and then you stick that in between, and then you adhere the sheets to the accordion. So I had this paper, oh, it's telling me I have a low battery. It's still gonna record though. So I had this 6x8 paper pad, and you see how it's, okay, so this is 6x8, and then it's perforated, and you tear off the paper. And then it leaves these little things. And some of these, obviously I didn't tear correctly. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was going to use these for eventually. But I decided instead of making an accordion, I could adhere the pages to this. So if you have a paper pad that is, when you tear it off, it's perforated, it's a funky word. You can make one of these albums like this straight out of that. So it's not going to work on an album. Let's find one that's not like that. Like, for example, okay, this one by Echo Park. I've got a bunch of scraps in here. When you tear this one out, it's not, I mean, the whole sheet is a 6x6. And that sucks because it has a hole in there. But this is a 6x6 pad, and the whole sheet is 6x6. This one, I guess, is 6x8, but then it has a 1/4 of an inch here where you take off these sheets. So what you do is, what I did for the cover, the front and the back cover, was I used this cardstock right here. And the back side, I used the back one. The back one was like, I think you can see the edge of it over here where I didn't do a good job. I need to like slice some of this, but you see that cardboard? That's what the back looked like. It was that brown cardboard on the inside, but this one is white. So I actually maybe not have to put anything in it. But what I did is you count out how many sheets you want. So this is going to be the cover. So how many sheets do you want on the inside? And I think I'm going to do 10. This one is 10. So this is 10 sheets, and it's pretty fat if you see, because I made all of them pockets. Now you don't have to make all of them pockets, but that is an option. So I'm going to do like 10 sheets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why this one's a little bit longer. That's really weird, but it doesn't matter. So that's 10, right? And then I need a back, like the back side. And I'm going to just do an extra one just because I'm afraid if one tears or something, I have one extra. Let me see how many this leaves me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's going to leave me, I can make like, if I did 10 sheets, I'm just going to tear this apart. And how many sheets are this? 36. So, I mean, if I did 10, that's like 30, I mean, 3 different books, I guess. That's how much I'm gonna get. Okay, so these are still adhered together, you see? And then I wanted this to be 4x4. So what I did was I got my paper trimmer, and then you're gonna cut this down to be 4x4. Now you can do 4 and how much is this? A 1/2 inch, I think. I think this is half. Okay, I think I said a quarter earlier, but this is actually like a 1/2 inch. Wait, is that? That's a half. Okay, yeah. So it's about a 1/2 inch. It's, yeah, about a 1/2 inch. Okay, so you could do 4 by and a 1/2 inch if you wanted, like, I don't know, the whole part. But I wanted the book to be actually 4x4. So I'm going to cut this piece. This is the cover. I'm going to cut the piece off. It's going to be 4x4, so I need to cut it. Actually, I need to cut this direction because this is going to count. 4. Okay, so that's 4 inches right there. So I'm going to slice it off. So this is going to be my back side. Now I'm going to put this, look, you could totally just do that. Like, I could trim this down correctly. I could trim this back down, and I can make a book just like that. Like the way like this is, but bigger. 4x6 or whatever, 4x3. I don't know what that is. 3x4. Yeah, like a photo. Okay, but I want this to be 4x4 again. I could also do 3x3. 3x3 would make it, let's see, like that much. That's just too small to me. I'm gonna do 4x4. So I'm gonna cut this at 4 inches this direction. Now, this is a little tricky because you have this binding. And I'm so sorry, you can hear my dog snoring. I'm gonna keep apologizing every video. So I should cut off 2 inches, right? Because this is a 6x8. And I'm doing 4x4, so this is 6, and I'm cutting down 4. Okay, so you're gonna cut this down this way, right? You cut off 2, can you see this whole thing? You're gonna cut off 2 inches. And this is not gonna cut through because it won't go all the way down. So what you need is a utility knife. This is an X-Acto knife. You can get this at any craft store. There's all kinds of different ones you can get. I'm just gonna use an X-Acto knife, and I'm gonna continue cutting, and I'm just gonna cut. Ugh. What I'm gonna do is use a ruler. Let me see if I can find my ruler. Oh, that's my double-sided tape. Where is my metal ruler? I have a metal ruler that I want to use. I don't want to use that as a guide because I'm going to mess up. So I'm going to get this. This is a self-healing mat by Fiskars. And then I have a metal ruler. Okay, so I found my We Are Memory Keepers metal ruler, and it came with another self-healing mat that is magnetic. So that's why this one's magnetic. I'm gonna use it this direction because it's got that magnet and I want it to be kind of flat. Okay, so, and then you're just gonna cut through these sheets until they start coming off. One by one, they'll start coming off. Slice off maybe, but I'm gonna use this still. I might be able to slice it off with my little paper trimmer, but there we go. Okay, so now I have like this. This is the book on its side. Let's put this away because you can probably see better with the white background maybe. So now you have this here, and then you have the inside, and then I need this back side. So what I'm gonna do for the back side is I'm gonna cut this 4x4. So let's make, remember, because this is 4 and like ½ an inch or whatever. So I'm gonna cut this down to make sure this is the right 4x4. Okay. So now this is your back side. There you go. There you have it. I'm gonna do it like this because it's a little crooked. It's not like completely straight. And then I'm gonna have to cover these up with paper, but I'm gonna glue that on just like that. And I'm gonna use, now I have this double-sided tape that I really do love, but I almost wanna use like liquid glue, but I don't know. I'll just use this. Just line this up here. I'm gonna skip over that little hole right there because if not, I'll have adhesive hanging off. And this stuff, I just like get in a bone folder. And you know what? Let's put some more. This is from scrapbook.com. It's just double-sided tape. And I like this better than the tape runner because I can control it more and it doesn't run out as fast. I wish I had that big giant tape runner that's like almost looks like a glue gun. You know what I mean? I just don't have one of those, but if I had one of those, it might be better. But since I don't, I still really like this one. And I have these nails, so it's kind of hard to, so what you do is you stick this on there and then you take off the other side. Now I could use a liquid adhesive. I do have that, but I think for the sake of the video, I didn't want to wait for it to dry because you know, you don't put a whole bunch in there, but you do want it to dry. Make sure it's dry completely. Okay. I'm going to have this on the outside just like that. I mean, this is not a bad outside, but I may not use this paper pad. I probably won't use this paper pad again because I don't have a lot of it left. And I want it to line up more with this side than I do this side here. Okay. Because I can cover, it's like a little off. You can tell right there, it's a little off. But when I cut my paper or whatever, I can go in. I can go in and like take off what I want with a razor or whatever I need to do to make that. I'm sorry, I'm not even in the frame. To make that work. But there you have it. There's my 4x4 page. And then I have, this is like my inside. And honestly, this little thing, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to glue pages to it. Now, what I did for this one is I got these 6x8 sheets. And like, here's a 6x8. I tore these off. Now, if you notice, obviously, this is not going to fold well this way because the airplanes are going to be, it's not that bad, but there's going to be other ones, like let's say this print right here. It wouldn't go so well sideways, right? So for something like that, I would cut it 4x4 and then glue each side on to right here. Do I have a 4x4? Okay. So this is one that did not fold well, and it's from this line. So I would stick the, this is my 4x4. I would stick it in here and adhere it to pieces like that. And you could just do it like that, or you could make the pocket out of it. that's for one of these. Now for this one right here, that is perfectly fine going that way. Look, it's weird doing this without the whole thing. I would fold this over and then cut it this is 6 by 8. So I would cut off 2 inches or whatever. And I could glue this together around one of these sheets and it would make a folded pocket. So let me show you how to make a pocket out of this. I'm gonna fold this over. See if I can get, you want it to be 4 by 4. So like 4, a little bit over the 4. And then I'm gonna get this bone folder. Oops. Can you see what I'm doing? And I'm gonna score it down. I'm gonna fold this. Probably could have scored that a little better than that. Could have scored it a lot better than that. Either way, here we are. Let's make sure that's gonna, yeah. I'm gonna have to end up cutting some of that off. Okay, and then this needs to be 4 by 4 the other way. So it's 4 by 4 this way, and it needs to be 4 by 4 the other way. So I'm gonna get it. I can't see very well that way, but I need you to be able to see. And okay. So you see I have this like pocket here. I mean, it's not a pocket. But what I could do is adhere it there and then only put glue on the outside, the edges, so that it creates a pocket. Or I can cut this diagonally and create like that. Oh my, I'm doing it with this exact same thing. And I'm gonna cut it diagonally. So it's like this, and I want it to be from one edge to the other. And you can control, I guess if I move that over, I can control the diagonal, how deep I want that to be. About right there. Oops, let's lift this up. And then I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna use my scissors. I'm really afraid of like slicing too much. Okay, there I have it. So then wrong book. Yeah. So then I can stick that right in there. And what I did with this one was when I got to this part here, I used this razor and I cut it off so you wouldn't see that part. And the way you adhere this, I don't want to do it because I don't want to make it with this paper, you guys. So that's why I said I'm going to kind of make it. But the way you do this is you're going to put this like here. Okay, all the way, I'm not doing it, but all the way on this side, because you want it to close on these edges here. And you need to put double adhesive on this side as well, so that it fits right here. So you double adhesive on this side, and then adhesive, you have it right there, and it'll close over and make your little pocket. So you can make one of these little diagonal pockets. You can, that's how you make the diagonal one. You can make just a pocket. This is the diagonal one. You can make a pocket like the rest of it by not cutting this. You don't cut this, and then you stick it on there, and then you have a pocket. You don't have to have pockets at all. You can just cut these sheets up 4x4 and glue them together, and there's no pockets, because this is pretty bulky. This is bulky because I decided I'm going to make pockets. Now, this is a learning experience. I'm going to make pockets for all of these, okay? And if I was going to do this again, I wouldn't make pockets for all of them, okay? Some of them just need to be cute little sheets. For this one here, again, they're all pockets. All I did was got my scissors. I took my regular old scissors, and I actually used this double-sided, and I stuck it there, got a pencil, traced it, and then I got my regular scissors and cut it out. But some of you have punches that you can use. So the different types of pockets I did was this diagonal one that I just showed you. This one where you just cut it out. I think that might have been it. Is that the only kind of pockets I did? Yeah, that's the only kind of pockets I did. And when I have this sheet here, this is from when I cut off. You can also, let's just say this is another sheet of paper over here. Use this and, well, if this is double-sided, you adhere it like that. If this is great for double-sided. I've done that a lot with double-sided pages. So if it was like, do I have a double-sided? If I had a double-sided one, it would look better, you know? You could turn it around. And you could have another pocket like that, or like this, or you could do it this direction. So yeah, backwards this way, or the right way, which would be easier since this is not double-sided. You could do it like that, and then you have a little pocket. So if you want a single sheet that's going to go on here, and you don't want one of those pockets, you can just stick it right here, and you got like a little folder, I guess, instead of a pocket. You have this little one right here that would go through. So that's how I made that. I just cut all these sheets up 4x4, folded them over, or used the single sheets and did it like that. So if I was going to make this one, I hope this is not so confusing, y'all. I'm not the best. This is a learning opportunity for me. I'm going to do this 4x4. So I'm going to do this one, that. Then I need to do this one 4x4, and I just wasted this sheet because I don't think I use it for anything else. So now you have these single sheets. You can just glue them however you want to adhere them, like that. And you don't need to make a pocket. Just glue it all the way on there and don't make a pocket, and then you just have a flat sheet. Now, if this didn't have holes in it, I wouldn't even do that. I would just leave it. Like, some of them are double-sided like this. If it didn't have that darn hole right there, then I would just leave it like that. If that was like a double side, you don't have to have two sheets together, you know? Like, where's a double side like this? Okay, let's pretend this is 4x4. You can turn around and there's another side over there. But the thing is that this one has a hole. So if you have a one that doesn't have holes, then that's perfect. You just glue, all you're doing is gluing sheets on here. And you can decide if you want pockets, folders, whatever you want. And then you end up with one of these. You got to cover up the whole thing. So yeah, I am not going to do that with this line, so I need to get some other paper, and maybe in another tutorial I'll make the whole thing. I just kind of wanted you to see how I did it, but maybe I'll make another video once I know what sheets I'm going to use, because I'm not going to use this line. I don't have enough paper, obviously. I used it all from this line to make another book, but if I find another set I want to do, then I will do a whole tutorial on it, because I have one more book that I can tear up like this, because not all of them are like that. But yeah, that is my little 4x4 tutorial. My whole point of this was to use what I already had. I had this 6x8 sheet of paper. I had very little of the die cuts left, and I had very little of the stickers left. I made this myself with my silhouette and my, what is it called? The foil quill. But anyways, I had some of these die cuts and some stickers left, and I thought I'm going to make something of it with what I have without having to go buy new stuff, because I've used a lot of this line already in other memory keeping books. And I have this leftover, and it's just going to sit there. But now I have this book where I can go in and put maybe a trip, since this one's like on adventures, maybe if the next trip I go on, I could put all my photos in this one book. I could gift this to somebody. You know, I didn't put anything in the front because I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use it for, like what I want to say or whatever. But I could gift this to somebody else that's going to go on a trip, and they can print out all their photos. And I have a, like, here's a 2x3 photo that would fit really well on these. You can just adhere it there. You can just stick it in here in the pockets. And I could just give that to someone, and they could document all of their adventures. Maybe someone who's not scrappy, but they would like to have something like this. They're not going to take the time to make it themselves, don't have the patience for it, or have the, you know, the desire to do that. They can go in and just stick their photos in here. The opportunities, the whatever, are endless. Whatever word. You can do whatever you want in here. So yeah, options. There you have it. If you liked watching this video and this tutorial, y'all, I know I need help. I need to brush up on that. Give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this, where I'll probably get better at showing you how to do things. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.